Archangel Michael says, there is a silence in a household that once echoed with loud celebration. The people who once proudly carried the name of your soulmate are now avoiding mirrors, as if something they've hidden is coming back for judgment. The truth has unraveled itself in front of them, and it involves you more than you ever imagined. Your name was whispered in fear, not hate. Someone from your soulmate's family uncovered a secret, and the moment they did, panic set in. They have seen something that terrified them, a spiritual sign connected directly to you. It began with a document your soulmate's uncle found in an old drawer, beneath what looked like prayer beads and folded fabrics. The writing wasn't just ink, it looked burned in, ancient, and heavy with meaning. And your name was there, clearly, like it had always been meant to be found this way. Archangel Michael says, a prophecy tied to your soulmate's future had been kept hidden by the elders. A woman, older, stern-faced, and feared, was the keeper of that knowledge, and she never wanted it to see light. But now the lock is broken, the seal has snapped, and a ripple has started across generations. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The panic is not about losing wealth or power, it's about you. You, the one they never thought would return in this form, in this lifetime. You, the one whose eyes carry the same intensity they saw in an ancestor they wronged long ago. They're not just scared, they're ashamed. Because they remember what they did to someone just like you, centuries ago. In the name of pride, your soulmate's bloodline carries that shame, and now it's rising to the surface, demanding balance. The eldest daughter, the one who stays silent in every family photo, has now begun speaking in her sleep. She repeats a name, your name, not in anger, not in warning, but in reverence, as if pleading for mercy or redemption. They tried to keep this hidden from your soulmate. They feared what would happen if he knew how deep the connection between you and this buried legacy really was. But fate doesn't ask for permission, it knocks down the doors. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, one of the men in the family is now trying to flee. He knows that if the truth spreads beyond the walls of their house, everything they built on lies will collapse. And he's willing to leave the country, to bury it all again in silence. But it's too late. There are messages being sent to your soulmate from an anonymous number. Screenshots. Voice notes, proof. Someone within the family is betraying the rest, trying to expose the truth in hopes that you'll forgive them. You may not realize this, but there was an attempt made to break your spirit long ago. When you first crossed paths with your soulmate, someone tried to energetically separate you both. A ritual, cloaked in innocent tradition, was performed. It was masked as a family blessing ceremony, but the true intention was to remove your name from his destiny, and the moment it was done, a shift happened. Arguments. Distance, emotional silence. All unnatural. All manufactured. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A young boy in the family, barely 10 years old, saw something days ago that made him weep uncontrollably. He described a woman in white, glowing, standing beside your soulmate's bed. He said she whispered your name and vanished into the wall. They are terrified because the signs are growing stronger. Candles blowing out on their own, photographs cracking. Dreams of a wedding that never happened but keeps repeating. And always, your face, in the center of it all. One of the grandmothers is now pleading with your soulmate to come back home. She doesn't want him near you, but it's not from hatred, it's from fear. She believes if he returns to you, the family will be judged, and everything they've kept hidden will rise. Your soulmate, unaware of the full truth, feels the pull. A magnetic, emotional force pulling him back to you. He dreams of you now almost every night, waking up breathless, unsure why he feels like he's known you for lifetimes. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you must know this truth to protect your peace. This chaos in your soulmate's family is the result of divine intervention. Your presence has awakened buried truth. And what was once hidden must now be faced. One of the sisters is secretly in love with someone forbidden. That person carries a deep connection to you. An old friend, someone close to your soul circle, and if that connection is revealed, more chaos will erupt. There are letters written by your soulmate when he was younger, confessions, poems, names. Yours was always there, even when you hadn't met yet. That's why when he finally saw you, it felt like recognition, not discovery. And that is what terrifies the family most. That the bond between you both was never meant to be controlled by them, that destiny has reclaimed what was interrupted. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There was a ring, once lost, now found. It carries a gem that responds to energy. And when you were mentioned, it glowed. No one could explain it, and the moment was brushed off, but it was the beginning of everything unraveling. The matriarch is now consulting with spiritual elders. She wants to reverse what was done, but she knows it's impossible without consequences. The rituals of the past cannot be undone without pain. The name they tried to erase is now being repeated in their house like a chant. They hear it when water boils. In the wind that sneaks in through shut windows, in the dreams of every child, your name is louder now than any of theirs. One of them will contact you soon. Not with hate, but a warning, a plea. They will ask you to leave him alone. But that will be their final act of desperation, not truth. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your soulmate is feeling a heat in his chest, a stirring he cannot explain. He has begun to hear things too, a voice calling him, music playing without a source, emotions flooding him at random hours. He is awakening. He will come to you in silence, unsure of what to say. But his eyes will say everything. You'll see the confusion, the fear, the longing, the realization. All layered in one stare. You are the prophecy his ancestors feared. The one who carries the flame that purifies the bloodline. Your presence is not destruction, it is correction. They made a mistake long ago, and now you return not to punish, but to restore. And restoration, for those who live in lies, feels like ruin. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Someone in the family is packing bags, preparing to leave before everything erupts. But their guilt will follow them, haunting every step. Because they know, without your presence, everything they built would stay intact, but you were chosen to break the pattern. The storm is not yours to run from. You are the storm that wakes them up. Your soulmate's family must face you not because you seek revenge, but because your spirit demands justice. Archangel Michael says, your soulmate is already on the path back to you. You don't have to chase, cry, or beg, divine alignment is irreversible now. And when he returns, the truth will be undeniable. The love will be louder than the fear, the past will bow before your light. Type Amen to get blessing 1222. The silence in your soulmate's family house is now cracking, whispers turn into arguments, and the walls echo with the tension they can no longer hide. The elders are losing control, and the younger ones are starting to ask questions they were warned never to speak aloud. Someone has begun documenting everything: photos of the old letters, screenshots of messages, voice memos of midnight conversations. They are gathering proof. Proof of what was done to silence you before your soulmate even knew your name. The fear isn't just spiritual, it's also legal. A property that was promised to your soulmate was taken and reassigned behind closed doors, all because the family believed he would choose you, and they wanted to punish him in advance. Now the document is missing, and someone suspects you have it. You don't, but the universe is preparing to hand it to you. Through an unexpected source, it will arrive at your doorstep. And it will be more than just paper. It will be a piece of destiny they try to hide forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. There is a portrait in your soulmate's family home that has always been covered by cloth. No one speaks of it, no one looks at it. But last night, during an unplanned power cut, the cloth fell to the ground, and the face in the portrait? Uncannily like yours. The family tried to pass it off as coincidence, but one woman in the room fainted. She knew the story about the woman in white who once stood against the elders, who spoke truth and was banished. You are the rebirth of that story. That's why everything is falling apart now. Because fate won't allow the past to repeat, you are the breaking point. The final breath before everything shifts permanently. The energy in their home has changed. Flowers and vases are wilting faster, clocks are skipping time, and children are drawing symbols in chalk they've never seen before. All of it leads to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your soulmate is experiencing emotional chaos. He no longer understands why he feels pulled toward you like a current in the ocean. Every attempt to focus on daily life fails, because the universe is now correcting his timeline. He tried to speak to his mother about you, but she grew quiet. Her eyes filled with tears. Not of joy, but of terror. She knows the truth, she saw it in a vision, years ago, and prayed it would never come to pass. But nothing can stop it now. The force that's guiding your connection is older than blood, older than fear. It is sacred. And sacred things cannot be erased. One of the young girls in the family has started speaking to the air, saying your name softly as if she's greeting someone she's always known. When asked, she says, "The woman in the light told me." Type Amen to get blessing 1666. There are shadows moving through that house that they cannot explain, doors opening on their own. Mirrors reflecting faces that aren't there. And every time it happens, your name is brought up in hushed panic. Your soulmate has started writing again, pages and pages of thoughts he doesn't even remember putting on paper. They're messages to you. Love letters from a part of his soul that remembers everything, even what the mind forgets. The family is trying to get rid of certain heirlooms, believing they are cursed. But the truth is, they are sacred relics tied to you. They carry your energy, and their presence is a reminder that what they tried to destroy is returning in full force. One of the older men, once a skeptic, has begun warning everyone. He says your return is unstoppable. He says the light you carry is coming to end the deception. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. They are planning a last attempt to block this reunion. They want to send someone to your home, to lie, to twist the story, to make you doubt everything. Be prepared, for this messenger will look friendly, but they are sent to confuse you. But your intuition will rise stronger than ever. You will see through it, you will hear the tremble in their voice and feel the falseness in their smile. Your soulmate, at the same time, will start remembering dreams he had as a child, visions of you, laughter by moonlight, hands reaching through mist. He will realize that he's been calling you long before he ever knew your name. The panic in their house is only growing. Because no matter how they try to manipulate or erase, the divine path is becoming visible. And you are the light shining through every secret. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. Archangel Michael says, their panic is not your burden. It is the consequence of choices made in the dark. And now, heaven has turned on the light. You are not returning to cause destruction. You are returning to take back what is already yours: peace, love, clarity, truth. Your soulmate will be tested in the coming days. Lies will be presented as facts, but his spirit will rebel against them, because your bond is purer than any manipulation. The time is coming when he will walk away from all of it. Not out of anger, but freedom. Because when he chooses you, he is choosing healing. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. The family members are having private meetings now. Some want to come forward, to confess everything. Others want to bury it deeper, hoping the energy will pass. But it won't, because you are awakening his heart. And his heart is louder than all their secrets. A fire is building in him, fueled by dreams, by intuition, by a whisper in his soul that repeats your name like prayer. That fire is breaking chains, breaking false promises, breaking fear. And when he reaches you, finally, fully, he will look into your eyes and say the words no one expected to hear: I remember everything now. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The moment he speaks those words, everything will fall into place, like puzzle pieces rearranging in divine alignment. Your journey and his will finally lock into the shape they were always meant to hold. He will not tremble like the others, because the love he holds for you is greater than their fear. Your soulmate will confront the family. One by one, secrets will be spilled. Old letters will surface. Betrayals will be named, and with each truth revealed, the energy in that cursed house will begin to shift. The walls will moan. The mirrors will crack, the air will thicken with the weight of past lies. But your name, your light, will be the thunder that shakes it all down. They will realize too late that you were never the curse. You were the cure. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. An old woman, now bedridden, has called for your soulmate in secret. She wishes to confess what she witnessed long ago, when your spirit first brushed theirs. She is the last living witness of the promise made in silence, that your union would break the chain. She has seen you in dreams and kept your face in memory. She has been waiting to pass you a small box, a locked container that belonged to the woman who looked like you in a past life. It holds an object sacred only to your soul. Inside that box is something unbelievable, a ring made of stone not from this earth, carved with markings that glow faintly in moonlight. No one could explain it. But you will feel it the moment it's in your hands. She will tell your soulmate that the object is meant only for your palm, and he will carry it to you, through tears, through silence, through the storm of judgment still circling him. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "You were never meant to beg for this love. It was already yours." Heaven simply waited for the right time to tear down the barriers built by fear. Your soulmate's steps will become quicker, his path straighter. He will start rejecting the distractions that once numbed him. The people, the noise, the false comfort, he will walk away from it all, drawn only toward your soul, and the family will be forced to watch as he leaves. They will not understand why no threat works on him now. It's because love, true love, burns through manipulation like fire on paper, and when he arrives at your door, it won't be with apologies. It will be with clarity. He will finally know what he must do to protect the connection that was nearly stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 2345. You are being prepared for this reunion by unseen forces. Every delay, every tear, every heartbreak, it was part of your rising. You were being shaped into the only soul strong enough to break this cycle. He was trained in silence too. Raised in a storm of expectations, he learned to wear masks, but now, with every memory returning, the masks are falling. The first thing he will do is hold your hand and say nothing. Because there are no words that can hold the weight of what he feels, only the silence between your souls will speak clearly. Together, you will not just love, you will restore. You will cleanse, you will awaken others around you simply by being one. Type Amen to get blessing 2468. The moment you reunite, the energy in the family will shift. Some will fall sick, not out of curse, but exposure. The lies they lived in will no longer protect them. Truth is uncomfortable when it has been buried too long. But others, some younger souls, will begin to awaken. Seeing your bond, they will finally question what they've been told. Some will seek your guidance. They'll want to understand this force that no one could stop. You will not hold grudges. You will walk as light, not as judge. Your only weapon will be truth. And your soulmate will be your mirror, stronger now, clearer now. You will look at each other not as two people meeting for the first time, but as two eternities remembering their shape. Type Amen to get blessing 2589. A distant cousin will write to you, anonymously at first. They'll send you a message containing a family tree, and you'll be shocked to see your own bloodline intertwined through a forgotten branch. This connection was once sacred but was severed through betrayal. This discovery will further shake the foundation of their family. Because now, it won't just be about your love, it will be about legacy. You are part of this bloodline, whether they like it or not. That cousin will offer to meet in secret, to give you more documents, more truth. They have been waiting for you too, sensing that the old energy needed to return through someone strong enough to handle it. you will step into this role not just as lover, but as rightful bearer of truth. And your soulmate will stand beside you as your equal, your warrior, your protector. Type Amen to get blessing 2666, Archangel Michael says. Prepare your space. Clean your room, light your candle, set your intention. A sacred reunion approaches, one that was promised to the stars before time carried your names into this world. He will arrive tired, but whole. His heart will carry bruises, but every beat will call your name like a drum of destiny. He will not hesitate again. There will be a final confrontation between him and the ones who tried to trap his future. And you will not have to fight. He will stand up this time. You will watch him choose you, fully, loudly, completely. And everything that once felt broken will suddenly feel divinely timed. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. In the days that follow, you and your soulmate will begin to restore more than just love. You will rebuild the spiritual contract that was torn. Together, you'll create a home not of walls, but of protection, of laughter, of truth. You'll hear music where there was once silence. You'll see symbols in your dreams, confirming your path. Birds will sing louder around you, time will move slower, sweeter. Your soulmate will whisper that he always knew, deep down. He just didn't know how to fight the storm, but now, with you by his side, he will never fear another storm again.